Welcome back to the channel. It's Gator Bite on the mic. Let's go through and show you how to go through and flash a T-Deck using the DEFCON Meshtastic 33 firmware. So make sure that this is turned off. You can go through and plug in your USB, press and hold that trackball, turn on the device, and at that point the screen is not going to turn on, which is the correct mode. You can then go to defcon.meshtastic.org and go hit the DEFCON 33 firmware and then go click the flash button. This will give you the opportunity for you to go through, and then you don't need to hit the reset here. You can go with the default on the baud rate, and then you do want to full flash and wipe and turn on the Meshtastic UI. Then you can just select the right COM port. This is going to show your ESP32 the right way every single time. If you don't do that process of turning off the device, plugging in the USB-C, holding down the trackball, and then turning things on while still holding down the trackball for 3 seconds, then you're going to have issues with serial, and you're going to have to go through that step process again until you do it in those step process. This is working on a Windows 11 box. I have gone through and installed a couple of pieces of drivers. If you're having issues with that and you need help, let me know and I can make a video on that and post that online. Otherwise, the flashing process does not take very long. We can go through and have this up and running fairly quickly. There are at least 3 different versions of the T-Deck. One's with just the T-Deck itself, to where you can go through and 3D print your own case. Another one with a built-in battery and or a GPS, and a couple other finished ones that all of these work using the same method for flashing. So after this is gone through and done, it's going to go through and also flash the OTA update, or over the air. When it's all said and done, you can actually go through and scroll down, and it will say finishing or exiting at the very bottom, and at that point you know that you're finished here. Once we've gone through and checked our device, that actually says that it's exiting or leaving, we can unplug this, plug it back in again, and then it should boot for the first time, showing the DEFCON Meshtastic firmware logo. And then you're going to go through your first time setup, which is going to go through and have you set the region, and then the short name needs to be all lowercase. It can be letters or numbers. If you can't get the symbols that you're looking for with your thumbs, you can always go through and use the on-screen keyboard, which is kind of nice that that's an option. From there, I'll go through and demonstrate that here by going up to the screen, pressing the button, and then you have a couple different menu systems you can go through to get access to the numbers and symbols. Again, 4 letters, all lowercase, letters and numbers. On the full name or the long name, you can do uppercase, you can do lowercase, you can do spaces. This is where you're going to have more explanation of what your device goes through and does. Again, you can use the on-screen keyboard. Once you've gone through and set this, it's going to go through and do a reboot and be able to make those settings permanent. So from there, it'll take a little bit to reboot, but then it'll set the region, your short name, and your long name. With that, hopefully we see you guys at the con. If you have any questions, like, subscribe, put a comment below, and we will see you next time.